This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now, you ready? Set 53. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. What's up? Big ass, big white Monday. 36. Joker. Treystone, travel.
Carr now on first down. Completes it to Austin. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Austin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Austin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On 2nd and 2, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Mar, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo. Watch the pass. Switch. Watch twist. But, squeeze. Hey, Jet. Let's go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's caught. Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the carry here, it's Austin. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Dancing to his left. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd down, McKinnon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
93. Go.
Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
694. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 47 is the mic. 47.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
180. Slide down. Kill, kill, kill. Check 26, check 26. 6-6, pull it high. 6-18.
To throw again on second down. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
You ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Austin.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it's much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Echo. Check. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. They can't hang with us. 58, right?
Derrick Henry.
Watch the screen.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Ready? He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
29. 47. Check back 47. Stop. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch express. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he finds Austin complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Mar, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
the Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. From the 38, Carr completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Austin. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr steps away to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
X3, 218, chopper.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On second and goal, Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he finds Cook. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Lutz's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Thomas, the intended target. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. On 1st down, Austin. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Hey, 734. You're mine.
Carr now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Carr again. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st.
180. Hey, we're good. 180. Hey, 734.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
93. 93. 5.
throwing his car on third down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down. Gordon. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
A loss of 13 yards brings up third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Gordon. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Looking to throw. Gordon. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. From the gun, Gordon. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Crouch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
22 jet bomber.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, it's Kamara. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gordon. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Gordon. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So this one a victory for the Raiders. So for our visitors, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.